all that? You got log in. You ain't never log in on this.
Because we didn't want to go for my personal shit, remember?
Yeah, but we changed.
Technical.
Uh-oh, what happened?
What?
Gotta share the link to Facebook.
Yo.
You still on it.
Yo.
You just sharing it.
So what we doing? What's up, y'all? What's up?
Yeah.
Hey.
Man, y'all already know what it is.
What's the vibe, y'all? It's Monday. It ain't Sunday. What you mean?
It's the new
Monday.
vibe.
It's a Monday.
It's the new
I gotta go to work
vibe,
tomorrow, man.
bitch.
Oh, let me get right. It's
Monday.
I feel like Garfield. I hate Mondays. Nah, Monday. Nah, like Monday now. I got us on Monday. What's good? Monday's lit now.
So I need to know. I can't even see how many people on there. Is anybody on there yet?
It's only one person.
Hey, look, let that one. Some of that one follow. What's good? What's good?
Person. Is that the Live Vibes YouTube though? Or is that still your joint?
It's Live Vibes.
Hey.
Okay.
So bring us in. Hey man, welcome to the Live Vibes, man. We out here with the new day, the new scenery. I know y'all see it.
Not Sunday.
It's Monday.
It's a Monday.
We ain't in the dining room no more. We done stepped it up.
We done upgraded, y'all.
Got some microphones and all types of stuff.
So it's been posted.
All right.
Yeah.
We out here. What we looking at on here? But congratulations to us. I just want to give us a round of applause.
Yeah, man. We got to clap it up.
We've been working hard, man. Like, we ain't got this shit been called unprofessional, ghetto, funny, hilarious, all types of grandma's basement.
I can't share it because I don't want the living room setting in the background.
Wait, is it all this wild shit, man? But look, we here now, so y'all gotta deal with it, man. We in a new spot. We've been trying to keep this under wraps for a long time. We knew this for a few weeks now. We've been trying to get everything together, and we just wanted y'all to kind of, you know, pop up with the news. Because somebody believed in us. Yes. Somebody believed in us. Yes.
One, two, and three.
The cakes. We moving on up. As y'all can see, it's only 3 amigos right now.
Hey.
No more lie on the show. Shut the fuck. But, everything's all good. No bad blood, nothing like that. Who's this person that you speak of? Speaking of vibes, man, how y'all week been? How y'all couple weeks been? Because I feel like we've been going for this for so long. Like, I've been going through it for the past week. And as we talk about who we are, like, intro, like, what is your name? Because we just totally forgot that. Man,
well, y'all already know what it is, man. It's James, a.k.a. Hater Herder, a.k.a. Mr. Flatliner. What's up with it?
Hey, y'all already know it's D'Angelo, a.k.a. Rated and last but not least. Read the shirt. What does it say? K-I-N motherfucking bitch. My man got more king shirts than a little bit. Goddamn.
Bullshit.
It's so easy to purchase. Like, it's so easy for you to, like, you ain't got to come up with, like, different ideas and shit, or, like, how you want shit to look, how you want, like, it's a bunch of that shit out here. You lucky, man. You lucky as a motherfucker. So I'm trying to log into some shit right now so we can see other things. But yeah, so how was your week? How was your vibes, man? How was y'all week?
Man, I had a busy ass week, man. I've been promoting like hell, trying to get everybody to get onto this YouTube, trying to push everybody off of the Facebook. Trying not to drop the news, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, damn, man, I was itching to say, man, look, man, we done upgraded for real, man. We didn't, yeah. When y'all see this, I just kept telling everybody, man, tune in. Yeah. All you got to do is tune in and you will see that it ain't the same.
No, it's not. And it's wild because I had people coming to me with like so many different questions, like especially when we started rolling like the promo out a little bit.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, I see y'all doing something. People start hitting me up, yeah, you doing big things. What's going on? I'm like, fuck, like,
yeah,
you've been doing this for a year and some change now.
And you just found out we were doing it.
Right. But then
what? It ain't that, man. I'm telling you.
Some people was acting like we just started. Like we just started this shit yesterday. Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm like, yo, what you doing? A podcast? That shit was wild, but we got that energy. Then I had people like, then when we started pushing the promo from last night, with just us three on it, everybody like, oh shit, what happened? What's going on? Then I had people hit me like, yo, y'all looking for another host? Y'all looking for another guest? Y'all looking for somebody full time?
I heard a lot of people asking, well, are y'all gonna get another female?
Yeah.
And we is like, I mean, we gonna have female guests, but I don't think we you know, the female, I don't know, man. Sometimes the female might I don't know, throw it a different direction sometimes. I mean, I guess we learned from the first female, you know. I'm not saying that all females are the same because we all know that, but it's just a difference, man.
It was really more so just like a conflict in things changing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lifestyle change, went in different directions or whatever, and it didn't coincide with the show. So here we are, the three amigos.
What are we talking about?
How people been asking.
We're not talking about a specific person.
Oh, okay. Just make sure. You know.
Oh my god. this motherfucker. Yeah. But
this is funny.
Yeah, so look, now we're doing the YouTube shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Hold, before we even get into that, like, how was your week, man? You ain't tell us about how your week was, man.
Oh, me, man, just cleaning.
Just cleaning.
Man, you know, being adult, homeowner, always clean. You always gotta clean.
Doing adult things.
Being an adult. Like they don't teach you this. Like to be an adult, like a full adult, like so much things I think they need to do in schools and home ec.
Yeah, well, they need to bring home ec back first of all.
And they need to put some real shit in home ec.
Yeah, man, because I mean I'm tired of these women growing up and all they know how to do is fix their man some noodles. Like
one thing I learned from home ec is how to make muffins. From the box.
Oh nah, home ec. What the fuck? I sold a pillow.
Sold a pillow.
Hell yeah.
I sold a pillow. We cooked.
Yeah.
We did all kinds of shit.
I did big
and
shit
I got so many classic moments that happened in home ec from all the women wanting to be in my group because I can cook.
Hey.
To my homeboy sewing his pillow and the needle went through his finger and man.
Oh, what school did you go to?
Yeah, well, that happened in was that Windward? No, or Blade, Miss Compton. That was my teacher, Miss Compton.
Teacher named Miss Compton.
Yeah, man. Yes, she was one. Yes. Man, she is one of my favorite teachers of all time.
Shout out to Miss Compton, man.
Miss Compton, man.
Hey, Miss Compton.
She was it.
Shit.
I'm telling you, she was it. Cool, but she's like the mom away from home. You know, back in the day when your teachers was allowed to whoop your ass.
Yeah, back then.
But you know, now there's a little. It's called abuse. But yeah,
nowadays it's called
when all your parents when the parents knew, you're like, here, this is my child, but it's your child for these couple of hours while they in school. That's why we grew up with a lot more sense now than ever. But yeah, we gonna get it together.
I agree with that. That was I feel like the leeway was a lot different based on just morals. People, like, kids knew that you had to stay in the child's place, and if you didn't, any adult that got that authority was gonna tear your ass up.
Facts.
Regardless of who house you was over, family members, friends, school, whatever. Like, that's how shit was back then. But you know, now it's nothing like that. Now, first off, they ain't like parents ain't even beating their kids now. You know what I'm saying? But to go along with, you know, like a school or anything like that, like that's forbidden.
Well, we're not gonna get on a parent because there was a parent that beat their kid.
Oh yeah,
recently.
And it's so wild because I want to talk about that last show, but I didn't want to. No, I forgot about it, and I was mad I missed it.
Yeah, man,
that was a bad situation. That was the one with the little boy, and yeah, he was a little knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? And the mama came up there with the belt, and she had somebody film it. Told the teacher, "Stay right here, man. About to go get his little nigga this work. I'll be back." And
then she pulled him out the cafeteria. And the fucked up part was he was acting up a little bit when she snatched him up, because you know she was looking through all the kids trying to find hers, and he was up just bouncing and having a good old time, and she came and snatched his little ass up from his collar. And at first he was looking like, who the fuck? Like that's what he wanted to say, who the fuck?
Yeah.
And then he realized it was his mama.
Like,
so
my mama.
She took him outside and dogged him. Now I was cool with the ass whooping personally, but I didn't like the way she talked to him pretty bad. You know, like it's bad enough you already whooping his ass, but you don't want to fuck him up physically and mentally.
Yeah. And
I think the mental abuse hurt me more than the ass whooping.
Yeah.
As a father, just watching, you know, but
I didn't like the fact that she this is my thing. I'm not against parents putting like chastising a child.
We're not against rap.
I'm
We're not against rappers, but we are against those thugs.
But like, do that shit in your own home. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Like, when you take your child home, if you want to beat your child ass, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's nobody else's business. Now, if it gets to a point where it gets out of hand and child, like, that's a different story. But don't do that shit in public and don't film it. I don't know what she was thinking with having somebody film that shit, then upload that shit. Like, that's what kills me. Like, what were you trying to accomplish with the upload? Like, that part kills me. Even if you do some dumb shit on camera, it's like, I know you second guess that shit before you hit that fucking upload button. Yes. But obviously not in this case. And yeah, Child Protective Service came and got that little nigga. Got him up out of there. Which they should have. They should have. Because it's like, yo, if you whooping him like this in public and filming it, we can only assume the craziest shit happened to him at home.
Yes.
So he got to go. He got to go.
But, Kane? I guess you
have children, my guy.
I guess you didn't. Did you see the ass whooping?
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh, okay.
I seen that. And my whole thing about it is, Joe, like, it could have been so many different ways she could have handled that situation with her child. Like, it's like, first and foremost, talking to him, seeing what's the problem with him, maybe why he's acting out or whatsoever.
Yeah.
Then after that, making him do, what was the initial problem? Would he disrespect the teacher or something? What happened?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
He was just a badass.
He was being
he could have wrote apologies over and over, push up, like embarrassing him at school and then filming it should not have been a option at all. Especially if you, I mean, I don't know where was it at, but like they have guidelines, they have procedures that lined up. Mm-hmm. Like even here, like if you like want to be, my whole thing is parents. If you try to be a chaperone, you know you have to take little classes. They teach, they tell you what to do, not to do, tell you if you beat a child open hand. It's certain things you can do, and now everything she did was just off the charts.
All the guidelines,
all wrong.
Yeah,
and she was going to get reported regardless of anything. It was like, oh no, nobody should have snitched. No, these teachers are supposed.
They have to.
They have to.
They will lose their job if they don't report that shit.
No, and everything she did was wrong. Like if you want to spank your child like that, yeah, like you said, doing it comforts your own home. Don't do it to the point I really don't want to say like, oh yeah, beat them till they like no. Make sure it's appropriate butt whooping, and no, not bruising and mentally scarring them. It's just so many different ways she could have took it. She just went the most fucked up way.
You give him the butt whooping at school, but the ass whooping when he get home. There's a difference.
She shouldn't have did shit but talk to him at school. Talk that shit, point your finger, get yell at him, get in his ass. But when that nigga get home, then you do all the physical shit. But see, my thing is too, that what I didn't like about all of that is that child now has to live with that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even if
the internet.
Yeah, it's the internet. You know what I'm saying? And even if you take away the internet, the kids saw him get yanked out of fucking the cafeteria and all this other shit. So even if none of that shit was filmed, none of it happened, and he was able to go right back to school, them kids ain't forgot that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You the little nigga got yoked up by your mom. Like, is people gonna talk shit about you?
You never forget a classic thing.
Hell nah. I still remember stories of fucking kids getting their ass beat in school. Like crazy.
I was one of them.
I'm telling you.
I don't remember kids getting ass whooped in school. I remember kids getting ass whooped around my neighborhood. I think one young lady, I remember her name, but I ain't gonna say it. I think she was supposed to be in the house and she wasn't. Mama went through the whole. This is like when everybody used to be outside playing. Mama came through the whole neighborhood with a broom, bruh. Found out where she was, beat her ass with the broom all the way home.
Yo, that was crazy. I think they had around
the manor. You know they have it around the manor.
They have around the manor. That's
beat her ass all the way home. That shit was funny, but luckily we didn't have social media on all these phones and stuff. Yeah. Nobody could have pulled out a phone and recorded because. Did
you see the video of the kid that retaliated against his mom for whooping his ass in public?
Nah.
Ooh. Yeah, now he was a little older. And his mom came out to like the carnival. I think it was the carnival, like the fair was there, and he did something. His mother came up there and was whooping his ass in the fair. All of the kids from school, all of them was there recording it. And I guess he got too embarrassed and he just hauled off and started wrecking his mother.
Ooh,
Wrecking his mother.
Nah.
And
man.
shit just went left. And it was just like, well, damn, is this what,
No.
That's what comes with humiliating a kid these days, and they can't deal with the embarrassment in front of other kids. I mean, he'd rather look at it like, oh, well, fuck that. I ain't going out like no punk.
Yeah.
Than to realize, hey, this is my mother.
That's your mother, bro.
Yeah, but he wilded out.
Ain't no way. I don't even see anybody being comfortable with, like, being cool with a nigga like that. Like, I'm still friends with this nigga, but he used to not like fight his mother, nothing like that, but he was very spoiled. Whenever he didn't get his way, he used to just wild the fuck out. And it's just like, nigga, you too grown to be acting like that. Like, you embarrassing your whole family over some goofy shit. Like, chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, some things you just don't do to your parents, dog. Like, especially your mom. If your mama's all you got, don't do that. Like, don't do that wild shit. And that shit, I used to not like that shit at all. Like, nah. But
anyway,
let's soften up the topic, man. Can we get some love and romance going on, Mr. King? What you got, man?
Okay. All right. For all y'all
that don't know, he's the love doctor.
I am not the love doctor.
He's king.
I am not the love doctor. Do not put the love doctor. They want to put that on me. No, but I just like to talk about
love.
Talk about love.
I'm not talking about love. Just relationship, common things. Not love. It's not a lot of shit ain't got nothing to do with love.
Okay.
What love have to do with it? Sometimes nothing. And motherfucking all, but nah. We're gonna talk about like dating as we're older.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of us in our 30s, and in 2019, dating, like, what is the hardest part? What is the hardest part for you dating, or hardest part do you know, have you heard? Because it's a lot of things out here in these streets, man. I hear people complain all the time, saying it's men, it's women, and this, and new age dating, and old school dating. It's always something.
Yeah.
So, like, to you, what is like your either the biggest complaint you have or you heard? Earlier we heard about $40 hoes.
Mm-hmm.
The hardest part of relationships, so I guess now, is adjusting. I'm not even gonna really say communication. I think adjusting is the hardest part when it comes to relationships and things these days, because when you're older, a lot of people are set in their ways.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you have to combine your ways with someone else's ways, and both of y'all are so stuck in your ways, it's hard to adjust to just say, okay, we're going to do it this way. And one thing, you'll be tugging, you tugging, she tugging, trying to figure out, okay, well, which way are we going to go? And then it just becomes a big mess. So I think adjusting to the other person, I think, is the hardest part of dating in 2019.
I agree with you, by the way. I agree with that. I feel like it's a lifestyle thing when it comes to the way men are raised, the way men are brought up, what things men have to deal with coming up into this new day and age. And then the same thing with women. What's allowed is different. What they'll put up with is different. What they expect is different. So then when you get two people who find common ground and feel like, okay, let's make this thing work, you still have two grown adults that were raised differently, have different morals, to try to find a way to make this shit mesh without fucking killing each other. Because it's like, yo, I'm not used to this shit. And it's like, well, I'm not used to that shit. And y'all have to try to find a way to make that shit work. So successfully, when it comes to dating somebody and actually getting somebody that you can find and work with, like he said, adjusting can be extremely hard. And I get that. But I'm gonna speak from the not so successful part, like just testing the waters and shit, see who fits you, who you're compatible with, X, Y, and Z. I think one of the worst things about dating now is that I feel like every guideline that we grew up on has been crossed or erased or deleted or revamped or whatever the fuck. It's not the same no more. As soon as we like years ago, it was almost a decade ago when like fucking like chivalry and shit fell off. You know what I'm saying? Like that became different when women became more successful, having more jobs, being more independent, and not needing niggas for shit. That changed things. Social media changed things. Like there's so many things that changed dating for people. And I feel like you put all that shit in this gumbo pot. That's why everybody's single or everybody playing each other. Everybody trying to use somebody for their own personal gain. Hoes want 40 just to get their time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different things. So I feel like everything that we knew about dating somebody changed. And that, to me, is why it's extremely hard to date in 2019. None of that shit's the same anymore. So.
And that's funny. I was thinking about chivalry. You just said that, John, how it died. Man, to this day, I still try to open the door for, females. And it's either I get either one or two, reactions. Yeah, one or two reactions. They were like, oh, thank you. Especially with my son. I'm like, I got to show him. Yeah. Or some just walk through like,
yeah.
Oh my God, I want to take you back from out this door, little shorty.
You know what's wild? It's like, I think there's a difference between chivalry and common courtesy. What you're talking about is opening the door for people, showing your son to have some courtesy of people around him, showing them that, opening the door for ladies, X, Y, and Z. Like, I'm cool with common courtesy. When it comes to chivalry, I feel like every woman.
Is that not a part of the thing?
It's a part of it. It's like they're
sure.
They're related. They're related.
Okay.
Yeah. See, but me, like, I'm not big on the chivalry thing either. I'm not big on chivalry because I feel like chivalry doesn't get the proper respect that it used to get. Remember back when niggas was still being chivalry, like the last little Mohican of niggas, there's still some out here. But when they was doing it, it was called thirsty back then. Oh, this nigga thirsty. He doing this for me. He doing that for me. And it's just like, but I'm showing you my interest. Like,
he's sweet for it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Call niggas sweet, like niggas was soft, like niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like this is when women started to get that.
This when women,
Oh my gosh! No, it's not women. I know. I'm talking about in general where chivalry died. I'm trying to explain where
we're
that came
not
from.
saying all women.
No, we're not.
We're saying majority.
I said,
the reason why chivalry died, not the reason why it still lives.
No,
it's regional.
No,
it's regional. It's regional.
So what I'm saying is that a lot of things changed for chivalry to die. It wasn't just like an action of a man or an action of a woman and now it's dead. Like I said, times changed. So once women started to get their own bag and not need niggas for shit, niggas like attending to a woman's needs became corny. You was the cornball, you was sweet, you was pressed, you was all this other shit. It became a thing. And that turned a lot of niggas off. And now niggas out here like, oh, if that's what we don't fuck these hoes, we just gonna get what we gonna get from these bitches. And that's what that turned into. You had like probably a 3-4 year gap where niggas just didn't care. Niggas was lying, they was doing whatever to get whatever they want from them. And then now you got it's men. I think
I was hibernating during that season.
And like they said, that's where the $40 came from.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not where the $40 came from.
But that's what I'm saying.
$40 came from, let's cut all the bullshit out. This expensive movie or this meal, take this $40, take this dick, go your way, I go my way.
And that's legit prostitution, ladies and gentlemen. Listening to the podcast right
That's
now.
legit prostitution.
That is legit prostitution. I don't care how y'all want to pan that shit out.
It's the oldest profession in the world.
It sure is.
Okay?
It sure is, and it's prostitution. But my thing is, you're absolutely right. It's kind of cutting out a lot of the middleman shit. It's like you know what to expect when I give you this 40, and you gonna take this 40 because you know that's what women do. Women want money, nigga. Like they'll do anything for it. So. They cool with that part. I'm serious.
9.5 out of 10 women don't make $40 an hour.
Facts.
And the way they talk about dudes these days, they ain't gonna last an hour.
I'm gonna raise you at 9 3/4.
I tell you, if I pay $40, it's gonna be more than an hour. I'm not $40. You know what you can get for $40?
Nothing.
Shit.
We had this conversation.
Yeah, we did off air. But guess what?
Nothing.
You can get a lot for 40.
You can fill up your gas tank with $40.
Some cars still got $5 left. What you mean,
man? What?
Shit, you owe me $5 now. Shit. If that's what we really going off right now. $42
to fill up my tank.
Well, 40. Well, that's if it's on E. Yeah. Hopefully, if you riding on E, guess what? You need that 40 anyway.
Bullshit. You answering that
because what stopped you from getting gas when you had a half a tank? Why did you wait till it get all the way down there? You need this $40. She pulled out her phone
and went to her DMs and picked who 40 she was going to take.
I don't put my
See what I'm saying?
Oh my God! I don't put my own gas.
Here we go. fucking go. All right, I'm telling y'all, man, it's a different game out here. It's a different game. I remember
that killed chivalry right there.
Dog, that's no, that didn't kill chivalry. It's just a part of like a woman pumping her gas. To me, like
that's not going to pumping gas.
No, you know what's so wild? Like you know, like the Instagram models and shit. These bitches take pictures at the pump, like looking good, like what they like done up and everything, like a fucking photo shoot of them pumping their own gas. I've seen it a lot.
Oh, not cakes.
But that's the thing. But those women are different. Okay, they not 40 ain't enough for them type.
40 ain't enough.
The DM and the 40 ain't gonna cut that.
$40 to give you a shot of their foot.
Nah, they might follow you back on Instagram because you know they'll take your 40 and hit you with a follow, and then I'll follow your ass the next day. But you ain't getting shit with that 40. But I do agree that, like I said, chivalry died when a lot of things in the game changed, and that's what makes it hard. Because now I feel like everybody that is out here trying to find someone is too worried about too much shit. I feel like it's like me versus you now, or men versus women. Like we just had this fucking hot girl summer shit that just went on this past summer.
Mm-hmm.
All the girls wild the fuck out, do it to give a fuck about a nigga. All that wild shit it becomes that now. That's where we are. We're like at the pinnacle of it's men versus women. It's no relationships, no love, no all. It used to be the summer flings. You used to find somebody you could fuck around with over the summer before you went into the whole cuffing season in the fall. Like all that shit dead now.
Everybody got a season these days. That's what it is. Fat boys got to see when it's getting
wintertime.
It's fat boy season now.
It's coming.
They need a teddy bear. But you don't want him in the summertime because he's sweating on you.
Yup. He stink. That nigga still smell like winter. What you talking about? Yeah, that's an issue. That is a problem.
I'm tired of everybody having their own season. Hot girl summer, fat boy season. It's just all kinds of shit. When I'm gonna get, but don't forget the dark skin and light skin. They got a season too.
Oh man, I don't know if they.
Oh yeah, it is a fat girl fall.
No, that's crazy.
Don't knock that camera.
That's crazy. But yeah, all that shit is trash. Let's figure out what the love doctor, Mr. King over here, has to say about what you think is the hardest or worst thing about dating in 2019?
Shit, there's a list. And you viewers out there, if you want to leave comments or let us know what y'all think is, please do. But I'm gonna kind of piggyback off a lot of what y'all saying. Compromising is hard because everybody has a different definition of what compromising is. I think how you say everybody's in their what's the word I'm looking for? They have their what's that shit you said earlier?
Everybody's in there.
Everybody's bullheaded. Everybody's set in their ways.
Yeah, set in their ways.
Okay.
So when you're kind of set in your ways, it's kind of hard to change or kind of adjust yourself to meet somebody new. To me, it's like the hardest thing is really trying to, like you said, be on the same page, mesh with somebody. It's really hard to try to find somebody that you can be comfortable with. For real.
Okay.
Because once you get past that representative and you be yourself, it's really, really hard for somebody to accept that. Because everybody wants that representative. Yeah. Everybody's looking for that representative.
Yeah, and that's, you know what, and that's, I remember I said this on the podcast before, like that's why I date backwards. Like
I don't have representative. I'm just crazy.
No, not even a representative. Like I like to find out a lot about people beforehand. Before I feel like I'm taking you somewhere, spending money on you, being seen with you, being associated with you. I gotta know who the fuck you are. Like I never really got the concept of just going out with a complete stranger, don't know shit about her, spending all your money on her, just to not even know if it's gonna go anywhere unless she just feel like, well, I guess I'll just continue to like I felt like my value was way higher than for you to just decide whenever you felt like, that was trash to me. So I never went that route.
But can you literally talk to somebody that you couldn't see? Like if I can't see myself going out in public with you, I'm not even going no further. No,
not the attraction side of it, because you're not going to really put that much effort into somebody that you're not at least physically attracted to. So that part is going to get you, let me talk to you, but get to know a motherfucker before y'all just, I got your number that we'll be going out to eat. Like, no, nigga, what's her middle name? What's her favorite color? Figure out some shit.
Favorite movie, songs. You know how I feel about the songs.
See, and my thing is, look, and I'm glad you mentioned movies, because I feel like movies is a trash first date. It's a go-to, but it's trash. You spend 2.5 hours with a motherfucker and don't learn shit. Y'all laugh at a movie, that's cool, but you just spent 2.5 hours with a person that you don't know and still don't know shit by the end of this date. So my thing is that go to the movie with somebody that you know, that you done figured out a little bit. Like, what movies do you like? And then y'all can find out what y'all can go see so y'all can enjoy it better. Versus,
and you know what? And that's almost like a test. You know? Like if somebody's on your first date pressed to go to the movies, they're not interested in knowing you
at all.
Shit, I don't know. They might be wanting to get to know you. It might not be the way they might. You know how people act when it get dark, man. You know the lights go out in the movie, and they might want to get to know you in a different kind of way.
So you think first date in the movies in the dark is you want to get to know you a different kind of way? That's the one that you want
for that night. Yeah,
see what I'm saying? That's my point. For
the night, yeah.
There's no longevity in that at all. Like, but you know, like that's now you're going to hit her for that. You know what she on. That's what you gonna put her in that category, and that's that. But if you're looking for something more, you're not hitting Slumber. You're not. You done already found out what you want to find out. You know she with the shit. Now you gotta think like, yo, who she dated last what? Who she went to the movies with?
You're
2
not.
weeks ago?
It don't matter because as good as I am, I ain't gotta worry about whoever was last month. We gonna worry about from there on out.
But I'm saying like she could have just did the same shit with nigga last night.
Then she ain't with him today.
She might be with another one tomorrow.
She gonna be with me tomorrow.
I mean, I get it. Your confidence and all that shit. I feel you.
God's getting confidence. That big confidence. Oh, she gonna be with me.
Fuck that. I'm not doing it. I always dated backwards. I never just went out to no fucking movie and dinner when I just met somebody. I always like fit a person out first.
I'll go out to eat though.
I mean, eating is cool. It's not
I go out to eat because
you can converse.
Yeah, I can get to talk to you while we eat.
That's fine, but
I can learn your mannerisms.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, I don't really care what's in your mind if I can't take you out in public, because you get out in public and she can tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? A person sends that if she send that representative, all you know is what she tells you.
Yeah.
But if you take her out to eat, you can see how she acts. You can tell if it's awkward for her to pick up that knife and fork, she faking, because that ain't shit she doing. Normally she pick that whole fucking chicken bone up and get the crush.
Yeah. Or she might be on her phone texting the whole time. You like,
yeah, you gotta. This is all the stuff you can find out while you eating.
Yeah.
If you pick that phone up, the excuse before you go, oh, that might be my kid.
Yeah.
If that ain't it, what you picking that up?
You know what I used to do? Every time a girl would pick up her phone while we out to eat, I would take a picture of her on her phone. And then I'll make a collage of her on her phone and send it to her while I'm there.
So that means you got your phone in your hand.
Yeah. She don't give a fuck because her phone's already in her hand. So she don't even see me pick up my phone. So I'm just like, oh, okay, she on this bullshit. I'm like, all right, boom. I put my shit back down. And then and I said, if she pick up her phone again, I'm gonna send it to her. Then I'll send her the picture of herself on her phone. Then she like,
then you gonna be making her pick up her phone because the joint just went off.
But she's proving my point. I'm like, yo, like we on a date, you on the phone. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh my no, did she come with the excuses and shit? But it's like you can easily excuse yourself and say, my fault, this is so and so. But if you just look like you're not interested, like shit like that, you can reverse it in a way where you can kind of lighten the situation. It ain't got to be like a negative thing or something bad. But ultimately, I feel like somebody doing something like that on a date, like that's trash. Like, don't do that. Don't be on your phone then, especially if it's like the first date or two.
Let me show you how you fix that instantly. You're like, oh, are you ready for the chat? Yeah, ma'am. Can you split that, please?
You can, and then watch that phone go down.
Or it's gonna go up.
Watch that fucking phone.
Can you believe what this motherfucker just said?
See, nah, I ain't eating.
Yeah, split that bill, please.
Nah, I take pictures and shit. I think that shit's way more.
It's fine to take the pictures, but split that bill too.
Yeah, I feel you. But it ain't gonna happen.
What ain't gonna happen?
I mean, she ain't got no choice for real. I mean, that's, you know what's so wild too? And it's wild because like when you get to know certain people, like the women that I like dated and took out to eat first, they were the type of women that's like, yo, like we going Dutch, I pay for my own shit. I'm just like, all right, bet. That's how they roll. And then once we're in special whatever, and I'm like, I got dinner. I'll pay for this. I'll pay for that. But she lets me know early, like, look, you ain't gotta do all this with me. Like, I got my own shit. Like, cool. And there's a way to go about that. I think that shit is cool. It's a good way to go about it. But just going out and expecting that shit, especially because like we agreed to link up at a spot, like, yo, let's meet up here and go get something to eat. It wasn't me trying to court her and take her out. If I feel like if that's what you have to do, then you should definitely pay for the meal. I'm asking you out. I'm asking you to come here and do this with me, X, Y, Z. I'll cover that. But to just assume that that's supposed to happen because I'm a man and you're a woman and that's just how it is. So that is the last time you'll see me, Slim. That's just how it is. I've never rocked.
So have you ever had the one that invites you out and then it still expects you to pay the bill?
Hey, look, we got
yeah, and that was the last time we went out.
I got some people in here.
But that's different.
Oh yeah, come close. Come on. We got a female representative. Let's go.
I feel like if she asks you out, then yes, she should pay for it because she asked you out. I'm all for that. But if y'all both talking about it, if you initiated the conversation about hanging out, then yeah, you should pay for it.
Yeah.
So like Friday, I just went on a first date with somebody, and I offered to pay half.
Okay, Dutch.
He was a white guy, so he was like, "This never happens. No one ever offers." I was like, "Yeah, because I don't want you to think that I'm using you for a meal because I can pay for my own meal." He was like, "No, I'm just gonna pay and you can tip." Cool.
But you know what? And that I'm cool with that. As long as the initial conversation is, you know what, I'm not here to use you for your money. I'll pay for my own. I could be like, no, I got it. It's cool. That's happened to me before plenty of times. But I would at least like to know, like, even when you just meeting somebody, you don't really know them like that, like just expecting them to just handle all your shit, especially if you didn't just initially ask them out, then I like that. I like somebody who is just not willing to just sit back and just take whatever.
But if you initiate the conversation to hang out as a man,
you got to pay for it.
You are responsible for paying.
I'm rolling with that.
Okay.
I'm rolling with that.
Yeah, that's reasonable. But I also had to talk that even if I offer you out, I still just like to see if you go and just even reach for your wallet. That's just me. That's a test.
See, that's another way.
Even though I know already in my head, I'm paying for this date.
That's the whole game.
I mean, what's the game with himself though? It ain't got nothing to do with you.
That ain't got nothing to do with you. It's just the fact that us men, just the way y'all feel more appreciated when he say, you know what, I got this. These guys. We like to feel like, hey, damn, I got somebody that might got my back a little bit. Because what happens when you go out with that dude and a bill gets snatched out of his account by accident, and now all of a sudden he ain't got that because that bill wasn't supposed to come out till 2 days from now, and he gets paid tomorrow, but tonight he ain't got it.
I was raised. If you can't afford the most expensive thing on the menu for two, you don't need to go out. Now that's as a man and a woman.
Oh my God.
So you better get cash.
So when it takes you to Wendy's because you can afford the number 12, which is the most expensive, then you
gonna enjoy your Wendy's and you gonna shut the fuck up because you know what the deal is.
I mean, 4 for $4 is kind of fire.
And 4 for $4 is my shit.
I haven't got one yet, but I know they
my little bacon joint. That's my shit.
But
I get a burger and chicken nuggets and a drink. I don't fuck
and
with
you know what?
fries.
With that being said, right there, everybody has a different definition of you're not a man if you can't do this. You shouldn't do this if you can't do that.
Yeah,
but you're not a woman if you don't understand.
Yeah, very true. I can ride with that too. Hold up, before we start like segueing different places or whatever, we're talking about going out to eat and dating and shit like that. This falls on the premise of that. I had a conversation with my homeboy Mike and shit. He over there in the corner, y'all can't see him, but we had a conversation about shit that you shouldn't do while you're single. And me and him was talking about going out to eat. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I go out to eat all the time by myself." And I'm just like, "There's nothing wrong with that." And he's like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong. I go sit in the booth and da da da." And I said, "Sit in a booth?" That's where he fucked me up at. Now, this is my issue. Everybody that's watching the podcast right now, listen. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. And I take that with everything that I do in life. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Him going out to eat by himself is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't go sit at a fucking booth. And why I say that is because I feel like when people are really depressed about like their relationships and they feel like they really want somebody, sitting at a booth alone is not going to help you mentally cope with the fact that you're single. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see a booth. You're going to see somebody that's not there right across from you. Like there's nothing there. The fucking booth. It's going to remind you that you're single. You're going to get sad. It's a bad thing. Go sit at the bar. You got the drinks, TV. There's other people there talking, laughing. There's at least entertainment there. You know what I'm saying? And there's more of a chance that somebody could come up to the bar and be like, "Hey, somebody sitting here," and y'all can get the conversation X, Y, Z. No one's coming to your booth, bro. If you got a booth, no random motherfucker just gonna come to your booth and be like, "It's somebody sitting here." Never gonna happen. They don't know if the person's in the bathroom. Like nobody gonna sit in somebody's booth. So it's like, don't do shit like that because that contributes to why you're sad of being single in the first place. Just go to the bar, or a little high stool joint. Like, you can be single and eat and do it in a way that doesn't further depress you. I feel like shit like that makes it worse.
Now I need to ask the question at hand. Is he sad that he's single?
Yes, not sad. He's not gonna say.
Oh my God!
No, this is what I'm saying. This is my thing.
Are you sad, Mike?
No, this is my thing. Look, you see the answer, right? And this is why I'm trying to
he went like this.
He went like this. Now this is why I'm clear it up. I'm not saying that he's sad like he's sad because he doesn't have anybody, but I said if I asked him right now, would he go sit in a booth by himself or have a person there with him? Guess what the fuck he's gonna pick? Having someone there with him. So don't make it seem like, oh no, it's fine, it's cool, it's okay. No, it's not. It's okay to be like, you know what? I don't want to eat by myself because I want somebody there with me.
Now,
like movies, right?
Now this only pertains to someone who's single that wants to be
with someone.
Okay.
There we go. That's my point. Who wants to be with someone?
Okay.
That's the key.
Okay.
Now, like movies. I'm cool with the movies thing. Like, would I rather have someone there with me? Yes. I like interacting with people, especially somebody I know with a sense of humor that we can laugh about the shit. That's just me. Would I go to movies by myself? Sure. Will I prefer it? No. You know what I'm saying? So it's a way to go about it, but I just don't see certain things being done by yourself contributing to your single life. I think it makes the shit worse.
I had that same talk with my mother. She does not mind going eating by herself or to the movies by herself. She's divorced now, but she still doesn't mind doing that shit by herself. And I told her personally, I can't do neither one by myself. If I go eat by myself, I'm going fast food. I cannot go somewhere like Fridays, even though that ain't the most attractive, up to scale shit, but I can't go in a setting like that by myself.
But
because you're
not looking for nobody.
No, she ain't looking for no damn body.
No, she not.
She good.
I understand. I go places by myself. I just love me.
But see, nothing wrong with that.
I understand. Some people like their own space.
But why? I'm sorry, not cut you off, because that's what he said. Like, sometimes you just want to, be by yourself. I said, why the fuck would you go somewhere full of people to be alone? That makes no sense to me. Take that shit to go and take your ass back home.
I pay restaurant prices when you're not getting restaurant service. If you want to go to a restaurant because you want a particular meal, the price don't change because you're getting to go.
It doesn't.
Sit in the restaurant, eat your food.
But that's the thing. I feel like you're around a bunch of couples that are having a great time, a time that you wish you was having. All that shit. That don't help you being single. It makes it worse to me.
Well, you can only do stuff in the house.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about going out to eat in a booth for sure. Specifically, that's what I'm talking about. Like I said, you could go to the bar. That's fine. You can go stand up at the little high table. Like, that's cool. But when you go to a booth, I'm saying that's not saying it's not what you do, it's how you do it. The booth is where it gets fucked up. Don't sit in the booth.
Well, I like sitting in the booth because when I sit at the bar, men want to talk to me. I don't want to talk to you.
You're not looking for a man.
Right, I'm not. They know those.
But that was one of the things I wanted to discuss about things you shouldn't do while you're single. Going out to eat is fine, but don't eat in a booth. That's just my advice to anybody that's single and shit that likes to go out to eat by themselves. Go to a bar, go to a high table by yourself, but don't go to a booth. I think that contributes to the fact that you really want somebody there with you, and it sucks.
My main thing is the movies. I cannot go to the movies by myself. I just can't. I don't know what the fuck it is about. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's comedy. Suspense, I gotta go with somebody.
Yeah, that's me.
If not, I gotta wait for this shit to come on DVD.
But can't nobody see you when you in the movie theater.
It ain't about somebody seeing you. It's the interaction.
You
with
feel lonely
person.
going up there to buy popcorn by yourself.
No.
Only way I don't feel uncomfortable is if they can literally see the woman with me or see me say, baby, go ahead over there and wait. I'm gonna go ahead and get in this line and get this popcorn, or go get the tickets while I wait in line and get these ices and shit. If I can walk with two ices, I don't give a fuck what you think, because you gonna automatically think I'm with somebody because I got two ices. Now
that's crazy.
If I want to cover my ass, I just buy two of them and they both for me, and just for my own self-conscious to feel like, oh, I'm good. But
That's just
You know, I mean, instead of buying a large, I'll buy 2 smalls and act like, hey, oh, my girl already in there.
That shit is sad. Don't go buy 2 of anything to me.
That's what you
Don't do
now.
that.
That's what you shouldn't do. Everything he just said, that's
sorry.
what you should not do.
That's the same shit to me. I don't
Hell
see
That's
no.
what you should not
I
do.
don't see a fucking difference.
Valentine's Day is a female's holiday.
Facts. Let's not even go to that.
Yeah,
Let's not do that.
I do stuff for when I went to
If I do, I ain't going to buy that nigga no ice.
Nah,
He got to
that's-
get in
that's
line
crazy.
for himself. I can't buy another man nothing unless it's my kid. If I got a son, I can buy him some gummy bears or something from this thing, but I can't. I can't go buy another man. Go ahead and get the tickets, man. What you like? Popcorn? You want some nachos, man? What you want? Let me guess. You want a hot dog?
We're not doing this. I was trying to stop him. We're not doing this.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying a
We're
glizzy
not-
for nobody.
We're not doing this.
No, I don't eat glizzies.
But what if he did?
He got to buy him himself.
What do you feel that is when you're single you shouldn't do? Because, like I said,
I ain't got an answer for you.
You just told me.
now, see, I know, because see, like I know where your mindset is like you single, you do what the fuck you want to do. But I'm saying, but what do you think that you could do being single that can contribute to you hating the fact that you're single? Like going on trips. Some people like going on trips by themselves. Some people don't because they want somebody with them. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, it's certain things that you can do that make you like, you know what? I wish I should have been with somebody. I wish I had somebody.
You know what?
But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I look at it like this, yo. Like if you sit there and say, okay, I'm not gonna do this just because I'm single, you gonna miss out on a whole rack of shit. So do it anyway.
Very true.
So then you always have that knowledge. Okay, I've done this, I've been here, I've done that. So when you do get into that relationship or you do get with somebody, you know where to take them. I've been here. I know that food is great. I've been to this trip. I've been to these restaurants. Let's go here. And you create new memory with them.
One of the viewers on YouTube said, I go out to eat and to the movies by myself most of the times, and I prefer it.
That's fine. See,
and that's a woman.
There's nothing wrong with it. Finally, we got somebody commenting.
I think she plays with herself a lot because she's comfortable, right? She don't need nobody. She don't want nobody. So she's cool with going out by herself and doing her own thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I just feel like it's an issue when you're looking for somebody. When you're single and you want somebody, it's just certain shit you shouldn't do because I feel like it contributes to you.
Well, when you're single and you want somebody, first of all, you got to think of where you're going. Because a lot of people go to wrong places looking for the right person. You can't go to the go-go and try to find the right man. And then when you get home, you trying to figure out why he ain't never home because he's at the go-go. Yeah. But that's where you met me at. So why try to change me when this is how you met me? Yeah. So that's why a lot of people say these days, go to church. Because they want, I want a God-fearing woman. So a man goes to church, but you're going for all the wrong reasons.
Facts.
And then, I mean, a lot of people always say the nastiest people are in church, but but you don't want to just go to church because that's the type of woman I want.
But you should definitely not go to church seeking to find someone. That's just crazy. Like that's completely
judgmental.
But that's
people
not what
in church.
They tell you to go to church to find somebody. That's what they tell you in church.
That's crazy.
Said, but it ain't nothing wrong with playing with yourself. You have to be able to please yourself first.
Yes.
But at the movies?
No.
I hope not.
I know. That's why I said it. Yes.
At the movies.
No, I ain't saying the movies. No, I'm talking.
Well, I thought you meant at the movies.
No,
we did say go out to eat and to the movies by herself.
Yeah, but she said she didn't mind. I said,
and he said
she plays with herself a lot.
I
thought you meant at the movies.
See, you assume that shit. I didn't say in the movies. But no, that's right. Like you're comfortable with yourself, so you can go out and do what you want to do. I get that part. That's why I said it. I know what type of person that is. That's that. I can
she said no, not at the movies.
Of course not.
Okay, good.
All right, look, let's swing this another way real quick. We run out of time really, really quick. But all right, so
but then again, depends on what movie you're watching.
Somebody meet this nigga at fucking Hoffman in Virginia so he can do some nasty things. What movie you gonna watch when you do
They don't put porn in the movie theaters
anymore.
50 Shades of Grey was soft porn.
Facts. All right, look, real quick. Let's get these sports topics out of the way real quick.
She came back. She said, "But yes, at movies too. If that's what you into."
She trying to pluck the bean in the motherfucking movie.
He said, "Pluck the bean." I've never heard that.
You see her sundress a little bit moist.
Well, if she got on a sundress right
Y'all
now.
imagine that shit though. Y'all know
Leave
exactly
it
what the
there.
fuck I'm talking about.
I mean, it's happening.
But
Shit
look,
happens.
No. She got the
Go to the next topic like he was about to do.
not fucking with y'all. Look, real quick. A lot of shit didn't happen in sports. I want to talk about two things in football real quick. All right. Let's talk about Myles Garrett real quick. Myles Garrett plays for the Browns, and he got into a nasty situation. I don't know if anybody in here seen it. I know you've seen it, James. Yeah. I showed it to you off camera, but basically, and there's a lot of people that are on two sides of this fence with this. Now, of course, there was a tackle on the quarterback. The Browns were up 21-7
with 10 seconds.
It was 8 seconds left on the clock.
The fight started when it was 8
seconds. You're up 2 scores with 8 seconds left. So now my thing is, it's like, oh, Randolph tried to rip his helmet off too. He tried to kick him in the nuts and all that other shit. And I'm like, yeah, but that's where everybody see that first. What initiated that reaction? This is just like how his reaction was to rip his helmet off and swing it. You're not going to tell me that Randolph just did that shit for no reason. The point is, I think he didn't. See, that's what we're on 2 different pages. This is how a lot of people was online too. The issue is the ball was already out of his hands. He didn't have to tackle him and drag him to the ground like that. That was unnecessary completely. So I get it. And then he stayed on top and he's like, nigga, like I've been there, the ball been gone. The play is over there somewhere. It's 8 seconds left. We're not going to win. So why did you up? Why did you forcefully tackle me and drag me to the ground? I felt like that part initiated the anger. And he's like, bro, that was completely unnecessary. Get the fuck off me. And that's why the scuffle started. But people don't look at the fact that they were up 2 scores with 8 seconds left. And these niggas, he tackled him like it was the first quarter. And they like, come on, it was crazy.
So nobody saw that he had somebody on him as well. He was falling.
I get that part.
He was falling. That's why the tackle continued, because he was falling.
No, initially it was them two. Initially,
he was falling though. Do you want me if I'm at a 90-degree angle at 300, close to 300 something pounds? Do you expect me to?
But the ball was already gone, and he didn't have to do none of that. In my opinion,
D, you cannot stop when you're running. You're moving.
But that's the thing. The ball been gone. He didn't have to contact him at all.
And then guess what? Cry like any other quarterback. Cry to get the flag.
What? But that's the thing. You black out. You black the fuck out, and that's exactly what happened. He's like, yo, he got the fighting. He ripped his helmet off, but swinging the helmet and hitting him in the head with his own helmet is 100% unacceptable.
Yeah, I agree.
If he would have clocked him in just like a little bit to the left with the opposite side of the helmet, that would have been a wrap. Yeah. That would have been a wrap. He would not be playing football ever again if that would have happened. But he hit him with his lawyer. They talking about getting lawyers involved now. They talking about assault with a deadly weapon, all this other wild shit.
Yeah, because you can't any piece of uniform that you have on is a weapon.
Right. So my thing is, when he ripped the helmet off of him, I thought like he was gonna do like any other fucking football person I've ever seen in life and throw that shit.
Yeah.
That nigga held on to it and waited until he came around and hit him with the mud. Like, come on. And then your excuse at the end of it was, I lost my cool. I lost my cool. You up 2 points with 8 seconds left and you just lost. Nah, fam.
Yeah, I mean, you are playing a violent sport.
I get that.
It's a gladiator sport.
Violent sport, and your aggression can get the best of you, especially if you have personal stuff going on.
Exactly.
He was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. Whoever was coming to him was going to catch that, no matter what.
The quarterback was emotional.
Helmet. I don't give a fuck how emotional anybody,
because he had a bad game.
He had a terrible game.
The worst game of his career.
So whoever was coming to him was going to catch all that helmet.
No. That was the one they got hit with the helmet.
Well,
he got hit.
Whoever got dragged, whoever else would have been in that position was going to get dragged regardless.
But that's still crazy. I feel like when you in football, if you yank a nigga helmet off, nigga, you won. Immediately. Like whatever y'all issue, y'all tugging back and forth. If you get his helmet, nigga, you won the fight already.
But see, this is where people confuse it. Like DJ Swearinger, ex-Redskin, when he had his helmet on, and he flinched at another player that had their helmet on, and he ducked.
Yeah.
Everybody praised him for that. Oh, he's a sucker. He ducked because he had his helmet on. Why would you duck and do all that if you got a helmet on to somebody with no helmet?
Right.
Like, what is his fist going to do against that helmet? It was a different ball game when it was that way. But now that somebody else without a helmet gets hit with the helmet, then all of a sudden it's looked at as the bad.
But
both of them
at
are
somebody
bad.
and actually hit the nigga with the motherfucker, it's completely different.
Well, he damn it fucked his neck up. He's falling. He's pushing his head this way. And then as he's getting up, he did kick him. Ain't no try to kick him in the nuts. He kicked him in the nuts. He should have a couple anyway.
He held, but in retaliation, he grabbed him up and lifted him up.
He picked him up by his helmet,
and then yanked the bitch off. It's over after that. The whole, and then they went back 5-10 yards into the end zone. Then swung. That's crazy.
It's over for you, right?
But over for him.
It's over. If I snatch your helmet off, you're not gonna come at me like you want to fight.
But either way, dog, you don't swing.
But when you do come at me like you want to fight, then I feel like you big and bad. I'm gonna use it.
No, I don't use it. Throw that shit and throw the fisticuffs, bro. Like, that's crazy. But all right, and then real quick, Cap, right? Y'all know Kaepernick and his whole situation.
Yes.
Kaepernick kneeled for, trying to make the right move as far as bringing awareness to a lot of unnecessary things that was happening in our culture with black men getting killed by police officers and all this other crazy stuff. And then that cost him his job. And I feel like this whole situation, honestly, is a slap in the face. Now, Jay-Z's deal with Roger Goodell, he went to him a few times and was like, look, I took a reputational bullet by signing with y'all to try to make some change in here. People calling me sellouts, all types of shit. You got to give my man Cap a shot to get his job back. That's just what it is. After all that, they gave him a shot and said Cap can practice or whatever. And it started with 11 teams, turned into 25 teams. There's 32. 25 teams sent people to go watch him work out in case they want to sign Kaepernick, which was amazing. But this is the issue where it all got fucked up at. An hour before the goddamn everything's supposed to go down, he changed the whole shit up and was like, he don't want to do it on the NFL's term. He want to do it on his own terms. So he went to a high school an hour away from the venue. So now, instead of the 25 teams that were sent there to watch him, I think only 8 was able to make it to the place that he was at. Everybody else said, fuck that shit, we going back. We're not doing this with you. And then when he shows up, this man got on a Kunta Kinte shirt. Fucking he was doing the most, bro. It was crazy. He did his workout. They filmed it. They did it on YouTube Live or whatever, like we doing right now. Shout out to us. And everybody can watch it. And it's just like, why the fuck you have everybody flying to Atlanta just to watch a YouTube video? It was crazy. Then after the video, he started wilding out with this speech. Now, I hate that he has a girlfriend, right? His girlfriend, Nessa. I don't like Nessa because Nessa always speaking up for him, like when it's not necessary. If somebody be like, yeah, I wonder if Colin Kaepernick and Jay-Z had a conversation. Nessa, no, Jay-Z has not talked to Kaepernick. Like, everybody can talk to you, man. We're just talking to ourselves about, you know what I'm saying? That's how she is. She always jump in the middle of shit for him. And it's like, this don't pertain to you, man, at all. I get it, you rhyme for your man, but sometimes you gotta chill out. But in this case, when he started talking after this fucking trial shit, I kind of see why she jumps up and starts speaking for him, because he started talking crazy. Man started saying,
side of his neck.
All of these NFL teams are scared. Stop being scared. We out here. I was ready for 3 years, and they denied me for 3 years. Y'all go back and tell y'all owners to stop being scared, and they know what the truth is. We just putting the truth out there, and like, whoa. Things like, hey, well, I worked out. Y'all saw the workout. We looking to open to any team that's ready to talk. All this other bullshit. I'm ready. I've been ready. Blah blah blah. And it all turns around and end up being like a slap in the face.
He looked good though, to be honest.
Oh nah, the nigga arm's crazy.
He's still good, but everybody's scared. But why don't you let the little record show how much money they gave you to?
Yeah, because he took the deal.
He took all that money, but he don't want nobody to know how much money he took.
For him to even get a workout was a slap in the face to me. I was like, yo, if you want to ride, oh shit, we out of time for it. If he's going to ride and say, look, I'm done with the NFL. I can't trust them. They blackballed me for standing up for for my rights and things like that, whatever the case may be. Because this really wasn't about his job in the first place, but they cut him out. They blackballed him. So that's the same NFL that you don't trust. So why would you want to try out for them again? That don't even make sense.
Out of spite.
But that's the thing. Then you showed up and did that. Like, that's crazy. Not for like, now I'm gonna come clean and I'm gonna say that I feel that most of these teams try to find a cop out to say, well, we sent somebody to go look at Cap, so we're with the problem. We understand what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, to try to get some points for them. But ultimately, he fucked the money up big time. I don't see nobody signing him after this, and it was for nothing. It was all for nothing.
He just wanted to be irrelevant again.
That was dumb.
I said irrelevant. He wanted to be relevant again. He wanted to be seen again. His name died off, and
he tried to come back.
He wanted another spot.
Did he really want to play 14?
No.
I don't think he did.
To me, that's
he got
trash.
all of that money.
That's trash. That was a waste.
But at this point, if he plays for a team, it's really because he loves the sport.
That's what I thought, though. But now look, like, everybody stopped watching football. The nigga jersey sales went up. A lot changed when his situation happened. So it's like, I just feel like all this was fucked up. He shot himself in the foot.
I still hope somebody get him though.
I guess
it's a couple teams that could use him.
But I don't know, man. We out of time. I had some other shit I want to talk about, but real quick, you think we can leave our viewers with some type of
something to feast on till next week?
Yeah, because it's every week now. It ain't every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I'm happy about that. Aside from the studio and shit, I'm really, really happy about every week. So, what do y'all feel like we should leave our guests with, so they could ponder on and try to come back next weekend?
I don't know. We gotta give them another topic.
Like a question on topic.
All right.
Well, one of the topics I guess we didn't really touch on. What was it?
Yeah, it was
being friends with an ex.
What is the guidelines that you feel that must happen for you to be friends with your ex? I know what my answer is. I'm not gonna give it to y'all right now. I'm gonna let y'all ponder on that, and we can talk about it next episode. But
next time we'll Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. That's how we gonna do it. Yeah. Reasons why you can't be friends with your ex. Or
we're gonna talk about
we need all
next
of that
time, y'all.
We need to know why you think you can be friends with your ex. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be some people that feel that you can't.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's going to be mostly women.
I want to talk about
that's going to say, oh, no, you can't be friends with your ex.
I want to talk about that for sure.
But, yeah. Think about that and get back to it. You can inbox us your answers if you want. You can inbox us. You can email us at LiveVibez.
Yeah.
You can get to us in all kinds of ways if you want to remain anonymous or if you just want to be seen with your comment.
We definitely going to read it out. So make sure y'all submit everything as far as topics are concerned, as far as being a guest is concerned, and as far as answering this question. Definitely either hit us in the DM on the Instagram or Facebook, and send us an email. And both of those are LiveVibezPodcast on Facebook and LiveVibezPodcast at gmail.com. Make sure that you send stuff there. We check all that stuff every day. So whatever you send us, we definitely going to bring to the show. And it'll be a lot of fun to hear from y'all. We can definitely put it on and, see what y'all think. See what y'all feeling. Because y'all might change my mind. Because I feel like my mind's made up on this topic. And I have stuff to back it up. So I'm ready. Mm-hmm. I'm ready for any viber out there to feel like they got this wrapped up.
So give us your vibe on how you feel about that question.
I'm gonna need King to smoke this topic too. When we come back next week, you gotta have some ammunition for this one.
Oh, that's easy.
It's a light day, nigga.
Well, with that being said, y'all already know what it is. Easy. Y'all be cool. Y'all be safe. Don't put your hands where you won't put your face. And we out.
Yeah.
You can hit stop on that one. Oh yeah.